Title: Single for the Weekend. My fiancée posted with a video of her making out with a stranger while her friends cheering her on. I didn't lose it. I just pulled out my phone and canceled her flight home. Start: I didn't scream. I didn't throw my phone across the hotel room. I just watched the video play. Her lipstick smeared against a stranger's mouth, her friends shrieking behind the camera, the caption glowing like a knife to the chest: Single for the Weekend. That's all it took. 3 years of loyalty shattered in 30 seconds of grainy footage. And yet, I didn't lose it. I just opened my travel app, tapped once, and canceled her flight home. We had history. That's what made the betrayal sharp, like glass pressed against skin. She wasn't just my fiancée, she was my best friend, my anchor when the world tilted. I'd built a life around her smile. We planned a wedding down to the flowers, the color of the napkins, the song that would play during our first dance. I believed her when she said forever. I believed her when she cried in my arms and promised I was all she'd ever want. Now I know she meant it in the same way children mean it when they promise not to eat candy before dinner. Fragile, temporary, worthless. Looking back, the signs were there. Subtle shifts in her attention, texts she guarded too closely, laughter that didn't quite belong to me. But suspicion without proof is just paranoia, and I refused to be the jealous fiancé. The proof came wrapped in cruelty. Her friends thought it was funny. The camera was steady, the cheers loud, her hands clinging to a stranger's shirt like she'd forgotten the ring on her finger. They posted it like a badge of honor. They wanted me to see. For a moment, pain hollowed me out. My hands trembled, my throat burned. But beneath that pain was something colder, something sharper. I didn't confront her, not yet. I played the patient man, the strategist. She thought she was in control, thousands of miles away, while I carried the quiet weight of betrayal like a loaded gun in my pocket. I started with the essentials. Her name was on the apartment lease. Now it wasn't. Her access to my accounts? Gone with a password change. The joint credit card she loved flashing at boutiques? Canceled. Piece by piece, I stripped away the world she thought she shared with me. But I didn't stop there. I copied the video, downloaded every laugh, every moan, every drunken cheer. I made sure it wouldn't vanish into the void of deleted posts. Evidence, my ace. She had no idea. She sent me pictures from the trip, smiling by the beach, cocktails in her hand, pretending the video didn't exist. She probably assumed I hadn't seen it, that her little mistake would dissolve in the waves before she flew back. But the flight never came. When she showed up at the airport ready to crawl back to me, her ticket was invalid. I can almost hear the panic in her voice as she begged the attendant, her friends watching with wide eyes. By the time she called me, her voice cracking, I was already 2 steps ahead. "I don't understand," she stammered. I stayed calm. "Check your email." Inside was the video, her betrayal in high definition, attached to the formal notice that she no longer had a place in my apartment or in my life. The fallout came swift and brutal. Her parents called, her friends texted, all pretending they hadn't been in the background of that video cheering her on. She begged for forgiveness, swore it was just a drunken mistake. But mistakes don't get posted with hashtags. Mistakes don't laugh while breaking vows. I released the video strategically. Not to the world, just to the right people. Her family, a few coworkers, enough to make the ground beneath her crack. At her office, whispers followed her down the hall. At home, her mother wept, her father's voice thundered. Everywhere she turned, the image of her betrayal trailed like a shadow. The final confrontation wasn't loud. She came to my door days later, eyes red, hair tangled, her confidence shattered. She reached for me, sobbing, "We can fix this, please." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch her. I just looked her dead in the eyes and said, "You already declared yourself single for the weekend. I just made it permanent." Her knees buckled. She slid down against the doorframe, a broken figure where once stood the woman I thought I'd marry. I stepped past her, calm, collected, untouchable. Now, weeks later, I sit in silence, replaying everything. Not the video of her betrayal, but the moment I chose not to explode. The moment I chose patience over rage. Revenge isn't about screaming. It isn't about fists or fury. It's about control. It's about letting them destroy themselves while you hold the strings. She wanted freedom for a weekend. I gave her freedom for a lifetime. And me? I didn't lose anything. I shed dead weight, trimmed the rot, and stepped forward, lighter, sharper, unscarred. She thought she could humiliate me in 30 seconds. Instead, I rewrote the story, her story. And when I finally closed the door on her, I realized something. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And my whisper was final.